So there we go. And we're live. So, I don't see any viewers. Let me just log on so that we can see comments coming through.
Trying to get there.
Yes. Here we go.
Well, good morning.
Good morning and welcome back to another live video here at the Wilson County News. If you haven't noticed, we've changed locations. Today we are in the break room since the front office has thankfully been pretty busy today. So thank you all of you who may have come to visit us today and who will come in the future. And thank you for joining us. So this video is sponsored by Squeaks. They're located on F Street in Floresville, and we are so thankful to them for being our first sponsor for our Facebook Live videos. So thank you, Squeaks.
And
So I'm here with Miss Nanette Kilby-Smith and Miss Robertina Rodriguez from Cerrito Bar and Grill. All right, Nanette.
and thank you for joining us. If I sound a little bit muffled, let me know, which I think that I do just a little bit. So since we're social distancing, I'm going to take off my mask, but we're going to hope that we can communicate with the rest of these. This is one of the lovely masks that we do have available at the Wilson County News. It's disposable, it's comfortable, so if you find that the elastic on some of the masks that are available is a little bit restrictive, come by and see us. These are extremely comfortable, disposable, affordable.
Oh, yes.
Plus, we have a lot of other things in the C Street gift shop, but if masks is what you're after, we can help you out there too. Wanted to let you know that Squeaks, our sponsor today, is also known as the luckiest,
Oldest and friendliest store in town.
yeah, well, as far as luckiest, can't say it's the oldest, but it's definitely the luckiest convenience store in Wilson County.
Yeah.
So the lottery is still going at the moment. So if you're feeling lucky, that's the place to hit.
Definitely.
So again, we appreciate you joining us and the gift of your time today. We hope that you'll stay with us for the duration and learn how Robertina's been coming through the current COVID restrictions. And also hope you'll stick with us to talk a little bit about what you can find in this week's Wilson County News, some things that might be coming up, and to let us know how you're doing as well. So we do welcome feedback and comments, so let us know if you're out there. Signs of life most appreciated.
Yes, definitely. So starting with things that were in this past issue of the Wilson County News that you may want to look out for.
This week's issue.
Oh, well, yes, this week's issue, this past one. The Riverbend Golf Club is open now, so that's really cool, and you should definitely check that out in Section A. Along with our We Stand Together page, I'd just like to thank all of the advertisers who have helped us put together that page and all of the advertisers who are staying with us and working with us through this time. We love all of you and appreciate all of you. Also, if you missed it, we had an earthquake. So did anybody else feel that? You can check that out. It's on, let's see, page 5A, if you haven't already read that story. So that was pretty crazy.
And the thing about that is that the U.S. Geological Survey was inviting feedback from the community.
Yes.
There weren't very many responses as of press time last Monday, but if you did feel or experience something in the area, which was near the Wilson County line between Santa Maria and Gillette, if you're out that way and you experience something, they would love to hear from you and directions about how to offer that feedback. The website and everything is in that article in this week's paper.
Yes, definitely check that out. Go look up that link. It's included in the article so that you can take that survey and help them figure out exactly more details about that. We also had a local teen who was missing and is now found.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the same page, page 5A. So that's some really good news for our community. Definitely check that out as well. And while we're talking about finding local teens, that's thanks to the Floresville Police Department and the FBI, yes. But just a quick thank you to all of our local heroes, like healthcare providers, anyone who works with law enforcement,
first responders, EMS.
Yes.
We appreciate you and all that you're doing to keep our community safe in the present time and always.
We have a small section in our newspaper called America's Heroes. So if you look at that, let me see what page that was on. I don't think I wrote it down, but
It spotlights our military.
yes, it does. And I read this week's, and it was very interesting. Highly suggest you go check that out as well. We also have information about the food pantry that was provided to us through a letter to the editor.
Indeed.
So check that out for more details, but I can tell you they do accept monetary donations. So recycling is also another thing that is coming back into light. I know with the WC Insider, when we did our Go Green thing and we were talking a lot about recycling, we were getting a lot of feedback from the community about how a lot of people wish that recycling could be a thing in Wilson County again. And it could. So check out page 8A for an article about how that could become a reality for us again. We also have an inside story going back to first responders and stuff about dispatchers on our front page of the South Texas Living section. So that was a really nice article to read as well. So Nanette, do you?
Dispatchers, we have to say that we greatly appreciate you because you're the voice at the end of the line for our law enforcement, for our EMS, for our fire departments, for our emergency management in any given situation that requires a response. So thank you for being that calm in the storm that lets them know where to go and what the issue is, and also offers that reassurance to the callers when they need an emergency response. You'll find that article very enlightening and give you a new appreciation for the folks who answer those 911 calls.
Oh, definitely. And I appreciated it. They gave me a lot of insight. They really did. Also, in our South Texas Living section, you may have seen and noticed our People and Places little section of that. It's usually on the front page or the first couple of pages. But lately we've had a lot of pictures of Easter parades and birthday parades, and those are so sweet. So if you guys have any celebrations like that that you would like to share with us, we love to get them. We love to hear from you, and we love to put them in our South Texas Living as long as you'll let us.
Absolutely. And the People and Places is our opportunity to highlight you and shine the little light on our community members. It doesn't have to be a big story, but we love to celebrate with you, and you can send photos and information to reader, READER, at WCN-online.com, or give us a call at the office 830-216-4519, and we can fill you in on how to share your stories and your information.
Yes, thank you for that.
Help us celebrate you.
Yes, yes. And speaking of celebrating people in our community, like I mentioned, we have Miss Robertina with us today. So, how are you today?
Oh, good, thank you. I just feel so blessed of being here. I got the invitation and I said, okay, I'm afraid, but I just see it as an opportunity to thank all of my customers. I was saying earlier, today is 3 months being open. We opened the 24th of January, and it's been 3 months of roller coaster of emotions. I like to be positive. Every day I feel blessed of what I have, and I just go day by day. My main concern right now today is the employees. Everything I do is the business that I create is because I like to generate jobs. We can live with rice and beans that we have at the restaurant, but I just have so much pressure of everybody. You know, as much business we have, as much more jobs we can create. So that's what I'm focused every day. But thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
How is it going over at Cerrito Bar and Grill?
Cerrito, it's been really good. I have a really good team. I have really good ladies. We have the drive-through, which is a blessing at this time. We don't have to be outside. We have to, we put the speaker when we first started, and it was just, I guess, the best thing to do. When we saw options, I always wanted something with a drive-through because I'm a mom, and I know everybody's in a rush. So, and the weather here in Texas or everywhere, the heat or the rain or everything, it helps a lot. So thank God we have the drive-through, and we also do deliveries because no, we're at home because of whatever, you don't want to be exposed, or you just don't feel like being outside, or just comfortable enjoying your family since you have them at home, your babies. So I said, okay, and this is a town, it feels like family, like everybody's together. We're quite new to Floresville, but I'm starting to learn and see how everybody's really, I can feel they make me feel their feelings they have about us. They write comments to us, they see what we're doing, and that's what matters. That's what really make us continue. We have never thought about closing, or no, because I know everything takes time.
Okay.
Everything takes time, and like I said, I cannot believe it's only been 3 months, and we have been through so much. But
That's
Yes.
remarkable
And it
that it's only
really
been
is.
3
only
months and
3
you've
months.
experienced so much. But what you're saying is that you see the heart of the
Yes.
community in what we've been through.
Yes, and it's not just about money. It's about actions. They really make us feel good. They value every on our team, everybody in our team. They respect us, and for me, that's the main thing. I just care and respect whoever respect us and really cares about our feelings too. But sometimes they just think, oh, you have to do what I'm saying, and we do the best we can. I promise we do. But sometimes it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of they're really setting themselves in our position as well. Like we sit on customers' position. For me, customer is number one thing. I'm always thinking about them when we're thinking on specials, when we're thinking on hours, when we're thinking on who to put in the window, everything.
Everything is customer driven. You're trying to think of
Yes.
how you can best serve.
Yes.
That's
So
wonderful.
that's why
amazing.
me and my husband said, okay, let's start the delivery. And it was just me and him because we wanted to just make sure we're doing everything we could. But thank God we got a lot of orders, so we had to put someone there. And that's a good thing because we could give more hours to somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going day by day, just trying to get more business to bring back another person. And plus we're shifting, like we're trying to give hours to a little bit to everybody, just trying to help.
If you're just joining us now, again, we're speaking with Robertina Rodriguez with Cerrito Bar and Grill in Floresville, who's here today representing the restaurant industry in Wilson County and what they're experiencing as we operate under the current restrictions due to the pandemic and trying to keep everyone safe and well.
Yes.
So,
And speaking of Cerrito, we know you have another establishment in San Antonio.
Yes.
Now, the rules between cities due to COVID-19 differ a little bit. Have you had to make different adjustments in San Antonio than you have in Floresville?
When everything started, it started in San Antonio.
Yes.
In San Antonio, thank God we've been there for 10 years already, so we're established. We have the customer, we have the clientele already set up, we have all the team, they know us, we know them, everything's set and done.
Yes.
So when I had heard rumors about, okay, they're gonna close the restaurants, but it's the way I work. I just work day by day, and then I just, that's how I go.
Yes.
So I said, okay, even though I haven't heard that, I said, okay, I'm just gonna wait until I really receive the order that you have to close, because for me, the hardest part was to say, okay, I need to close, and that means you're not coming tomorrow. And for that person, I don't know what that meant. For all those waitresses, all those dishwashers, all those busboys, that they really need the dining room to create an income. And I just felt so guilty. That day, I remember I was driving towards San Antonio because we had to do to that location, and I heard the news, and everybody was texting me, and okay, and then we were there, and the phone rang, I guess, and operator, I don't know who, you have to close. And it was, for me, it was quite, it was meant to be, or I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't really believe it until I really had to do it.
Yeah.
So it was really painful. It was really painful, and it's not just me. Like I said, my parents work at restaurants, quite all my family members. So us, it's just restaurant business. It's not our business, but we all depend on certain way of restaurant business. So everybody came to my head, and I said, we my God, how are we gonna survive? Because this is something that is happening, but when is it gonna end? So everything has consequences. Even just one day closing, one day of just taking off. So it's just, that was the hardest thing for me. So Floresville was like a day behind. That happened over there on a Thursday, I believe. So we had to close, and then on Friday it had said just maximum 10 people on the area. So we were so happy. They said, okay, we just need to count. We just need to be careful. We just need to do this. They're letting us work, and the waitresses were happy. But then at the end of the day, this came. Okay, no, nobody can be together at the dining room. So we had to close as well. It's quite the same regimens, the same things that we had to follow. It was just the matter of time, just like 24 hours. And I just felt it was gonna happen as well. But like I said, we're really blessed that we have the drive-through on both locations. So that's helped a lot.
How hard was it to transition from no dining room to the curbside and drive-through only?
It was really hard because we were talking earlier, when we first selected this location in Floresville, we fell in love with the building because it's new, high tall ceilings, and just we had the way of implementing the drive-through, but we really focused on the inside because we want to create a whole experience. We did the mural, we did everything, so we were just, our heart was set and done on the dining room. So when we had to close, I said to my husband, we really focused on getting out this really nice, and just we put the LED lights on we created a bar area, so we were just focusing on the inside, and now we had to close, and I felt like, oh my God, we did all this for nothing. No, but not for nothing, but because we didn't know it was gonna happen. So changing to just the curbside and drive-through, like I said, we were really blessed of having it already installed, because we're restaurants and we feel what other restaurants go through as well, because we all quite need to do the same thing, take care of the customers, make any changes that we need for them to be safe and good and enjoy the experience. And it wasn't that hard because we had the drive-through already. It was just a matter of letting the customers know that we're still here, that we're open, that we change the hours. We're gonna try our best if we have the line to go outside, and for them just, their time is precious, so we have to make sure they're good. And then quite all of our orders come by phone or on the drive-through, so we don't have really to be outside. So it was a blessing to have the drive-through.
Have you been able to carry on doing your full menu? Have you changed any of the offerings at all?
No, ma'am. We still have the breakfast specials, lunch specials, dinner specials. We did reduce 2 hours of openings. We used to open at 6 a.m., now we open at 7. And then we used to close at 10 because we had a lot of dining, margaritas, marilladas. It was a big rush on dining for dinner. And then since all of this is just to go, we had to close an hour earlier. But that was quite it. We offer everything.
And you're staying busy.
Yes.
So thanks to the community,
Yes,
you are
that's
continuing
what-
to support our local restaurants, despite
Yes.
the fact that you can't dine in. You're keeping our local businesses going, and that's kudos to our community for their dedication and determination to keep our small businesses, which is the heartbeat of our country.
Yes.
Most people are employed by small businesses like Wilson County News, like Cerrito Bar and Grill, like Squeak's Convenience Store. These are the bulk of the businesses in the country. We hear about the large corporations. We shop at some of the bigger places, but in our communities, the small businesses are where it's at. So thank you all for being dedicated. We know many of our community members are also small business owners, so we're supporting each other through this difficult time. And Robertina, I know, and everyone in our restaurant industry, and ourselves included, really appreciate the constant support and the heart of our community in staying with us.
We definitely do.
That's why I'm not really a good talker. I like to be with people, and I just love my job because you get to know a lot of persons and you hear stories, and you get just all together, and then I said, oh, I'm gonna get nervous, but then I said, no, I need to go because I need for all of them to know that I'm really thankful. I feel really blessed to be here, like here in Floresville, and for y'all to be supporting us, especially for the whole business itself, for everybody that makes Cerrito Bar and Grill. So I just want to say thank you and support everyone. We all need the same help. We all need the same support. So each one of us is just doing the best we can. Like I said, serving full menu, offering delivery, drive-through, but every business needs the same support. So
Can people still get a margarita or a beer with their order?
yes,
So there you go. If you like your
parrillada or any meal. Like I said, we serve breakfast all day, but Friday it's one of the best days because we have the parrillada on special. It's a big meal with the beef fajita, chicken fajita, and sausage. And if you feel like Mexican food or any, we have it all. We have burgers. We have breakfast all day.
and you can get a margarita or a drink with that. So, bear that in mind. As with many of our local restaurants who also have a license, you can also get, your adult beverages with your meal. And you're also offering, and I know you've mentioned this, but we're gonna go back to it. So it's not just the drive-through, but curbside, and you
Yes.
offer delivery. And I
Yes.
know a lot of our businesses have gone to this. Who drives and does your deliveries?
Like I said, at this point we do have a designated driver, and if we have multiple orders, my husband and I, anyone, even the cooks have gone out and take deliveries if it's the case. So we find a way. And we have got a lot of customers from Elmendorf now because
Wow.
yes, I post every day on social media the specials or just thank you and this and that. And I've been heard all the way over there, so we have a lot of deliveries to Elmendorf now. And here in Floresville, we have no charge within the 5 miles radius, and we can go any distance. It's just $5 after the 5 miles, but we have a lot of just the 5 miles radius, and they don't have to spend any dollar extra. It's just at no charge.
And you mentioned earlier you have breakfast all day.
All day.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
Pancakes, yes, huevos rancheros,
Yes.
anything.
Hey, I'm a breakfast all
Me
day.
too. Me
My
too.
babies too. That's why I said, okay, my husband sometimes he gets mad at me. Why are you gonna ask potato and egg at this time? Well, because I feel so like a potato and egg at this time. You just need to eat whatever you feel so you can enjoy.
Yes.
But yeah, we just try to offer as much as we can. So that's why we offer breakfast out there.
Right, well, it has been a really good talk with you, and thank you for watching. But it is about that time where we usually sum things up. Thank you so much, Robertina, for
You're
being
welcome.
with us.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
And thank you to all of our local restaurants and businesses who are doing their best to continue serving and meeting the needs in our communities. We appreciate all of you.
And
We do realize your time is precious, so we're gonna try and not keep you too much longer, because we know you probably want to go by Cerrito Bar and Grill or one of our other restaurants and grab a little bite to eat for lunch
Yes.
today. So
Yes, thank you.
what else did we want to share today with our readers and community members?
really just if you want to support any of your local restaurants, such as Cerrito, we do have a restaurant guide on our website at wilsoncountynews.com. You can find information about the services they offer, the hours they're open. So thank you and all of the other local restaurant owners and managers for providing us with this information. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all of you, and we hope that you found this entertaining and informative. Also, thank you Squeaks for sponsoring this video. They are the luckiest and friendliest store around, like we said, and they're located right here in Floresville on F Street. So support your local restaurants, your local businesses, your small businesses. That's what's going to keep us going during these times. Community support, like you said. It's all about community. And that's all for today. Make sure you tune in next week, Friday at 11:30 a.m. for another live video. And thank you for joining us. And that's all.
Thank you from me too, and be sure to pick up your April 29th Wilson County News. We have more stories for you, more from the local community and how we're all getting through this. And remember that with the Wilson County News, we are here with you We are here for you, and we are gonna come through this together. Let us hear from you.
Yes.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
And that's all.
Thank you for joining us, Robertina.
Oh,